If you drive past 1500 Court Street in Redding, California, you'll find a mid-century monument sitting completely empty in the fading light. This is the Old Courthouse, a long vacant but significant piece of local history. Uncovering what happens behind the closed doors of buildings like this is exactly why we partnered with Shasta Unfiltered. They're an independent outlet dedicated to bringing honest local news and accountability to the North State. On March 18, 2025, the future of the Old Courthouse was seemingly decided. In a 4-to-1 vote, the Shasta County Board of Supervisors officially approved a motion to tear the building down. The supervisors based their decision on reports from county staff. Those reports claimed that saving the 1956 structure was simply too expensive, pointing to massive costs for energy efficiency updates, ADA compliance, and dangerous levels of asbestos and lead paint. But the paper trail suggests the timeline presented to the public doesn't match the one inside the department, raising questions about whether the demolition was already a foregone conclusion months before the supervisors cast their votes. To understand how a multi-million-dollar decision gets made, we have to look at internal communications within Shasta County Public Works, which were recently brought to light through a Public Records Act request. It is standard procedure for a county to commission a hazardous materials survey on an old building before a board votes on its fate. What isn't standard, however, is the exact phrasing the staff used when ordering that work. On August 24, 2024, Public Works issued a notice to proceed for the initial survey. At that point, the document framed the project as an evaluation for demolition or repurposing of the buildings. On December 2, 2024, a revised direction to proceed was signed by Supervising Engineer Shane Winton on behalf of Public Works Director Troy Bartolome. This order was issued before the board reviewed options. If you look closely, the option for repurposing has been entirely erased. Instead, staff explicitly instructed that the survey was being performed, quote, for demolition purposes. This quiet linguistic shift shows that while the board was preparing to weigh multiple options, Public Works staff had already narrowed their focus to just one, more than 3 months before the public vote took place. This timeline aligns with the claims of a county whistleblower with direct knowledge of the project. This individual confirmed that the internal push for demolition was already advancing, asserting that the building is still suitable for county use. This brings us back to the primary excuse Public Works presented to the board in early 2025 to justify the demolition: the supposedly exorbitant costs of dealing with severe asbestos and lead paint contamination. A review of the county's own historical records tells a different story. We have data from extensive remodeling projects done on the courthouse back in 1993 and 1996. This chart highlights a significant contradiction. On one side, we have the 2025 staff claims of high asbestos and lead. On the other side, the abatement records from the 1990s show that most of the asbestos was already removed decades ago, and the presence of lead-based paint was extremely limited. By contrasting the modern staff reports with the county's own historical data, the high costs cited to the board look less like an environmental necessity and more like an overestimation of the building's actual condition. Despite these revelations, the outcome remains the same for now. The board's official March 2025 vote authorizing demolition still stands, with preparations projected for 2026. When internal staff manage the information flow to elected officials, the public's representative body loses its ability to weigh all the facts. This case suggests that a significant infrastructure decision may have been guided by a predetermined outcome inside an agency, rather than an open evaluation by the leaders the public actually voted for. To support the local journalism that brings these hidden timelines to light, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and scan the QR code on screen to visit Shasta Unfiltered today.